Okay, so get this. What if, instead of freaking out about AI stealing our jobs,
Yeah.
we use it to boost human potential?
Hmm.
That's what EON Reality is proposing in their purpose call to arms.
Right.
We've got their white paper right here.
Yeah.
And it's really less about tech specs and more about this societal shift.
Okay.
Building an age of abundance where AI and immersive tech help us overcome like fear and scarcity.
Yeah, I see.
So,
It is fascinating how EON Reality, they're known for their work in VR and AR training, are tackling this head on.
mhm,
They're not just saying, hey, cool tech, but they're really laying out a vision for a more
right.
equitable and purpose-driven future.
This age of abundance sounds amazing, but
Yeah.
what does that actually mean?
Well, they're addressing a huge concern,
Okay.
automation anxiety.
Mhm.
Instead of robots replacing us, what if AI frees us from the boring stuff so we can focus on
Okay.
creativity, service, and things that give us purpose?
Right.
Imagine if work wasn't just about a paycheck, but
Yeah.
about contributing your unique talents.
Okay, now that's hitting where it matters.
Yeah.
So how do they propose we get there?
Well, the call to arms has three core principles.
Okay.
First, knowledge as a human.
Right.
Learning shouldn't be limited by location or income.
Right.
Think of your local library transformed into a high-tech learning center with VR and AR accessible to everyone.
Oh.
EON Reality is even offering grants to make this happen.
Whoa. That's taking it beyond theory and into action.
Yeah.
The second principle is overcoming fear and scarcity, which seems super relevant with all the AI buzz these days.
Right. It's about using technology ethically. They advocate for transparency in AI development and open data standards.
Okay.
So everyone benefits, not just a select few.
Got it.
This part really digs into ensuring AI serves humanity, not the other way around.
So less Terminator, more Star Trek utopia.
Exactly.
Got it. What's the third principle?
Uniting for action.
Okay.
EON Reality emphasizes that this isn't a solo mission. They're
Mhm.
calling for collaboration between governments, industries, communities, everyone.
Wow. It's about a shared commitment to this vision, which is where those community knowledge hubs come in again.
It's like they're saying, let's stop arguing about AI risks and
Yeah.
actually build the world we want to see.
Exactly. And they're not just throwing out ideas.
Okay.
They list practical steps.
Yeah.
Imagine purpose-driven hackathons, local knowledge hubs popping up,
Yeah.
organizations embedding purpose into their work.
It's a whole roadmap.
It's like they're saying, here are the tools, now let's build this together.
Yeah.
That's a refreshing change from the doom and gloom AI predictions we usually hear.
Right.
Okay, now I'm really intrigued.
Okay.
We've covered the high-level vision, but I'm itching to unpack some of these practical steps.
Yeah.
What are some specific examples for the white paper that would get our listener thinking, I could actually DO something?
Sure. They actually highlight a few interesting examples.
Okay.
One that stood out is using their EON XR platform
Hmm.
for skill sharing.
Okay.
Imagine someone whose job was automated,
Right.
connecting with experienced professionals in a new field, all within a VR environment that boosts learning and engagement.
It's way more concrete than just saying, learn new skills.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
using the tech they're known for
Right.
to solve the very problems people are worried about.
Exactly. They also talk about using VR for things like language tutoring
Uh-huh.
or XR-assisted farming,
Interesting.
suggesting these small-scale projects can be tested and then scaled up.
Okay.
It's a very iterative learn-by-doing approach, which I find appealing.
It reminds me of that maker movement, but with a global, purpose-driven spin.
Yeah.
Not just building cool gadgets, but tackling real issues.
And they encourage people to reach out to EON Reality directly if
Okay.
they want to explore these programs, especially embedding purpose in organizations. It seems like they're actively seeking partners to put these ideas into action.
Okay, so less of a we've got all the answers stance
Right.
and more of an let's figure this out together vibe.
Exactly.
But let's be realistic.
Yeah.
Isn't there a risk this whole age of abundance is just for the tech savvy? What about those who might be left behind?
That's a valid concern. And the
Okay.
white paper does acknowledge potential pitfalls.
Okay.
They talk about the importance of ensuring these initiatives don't exacerbate existing inequalities.
Right.
For example, with the community knowledge hubs, how do we guarantee access for those who lack digital literacy or reliable internet?
Right. It can't just be a cool idea for those already plugged into the tech world.
They propose creating skill-sharing alliances to address this.
Okay.
Think experienced professionals mentoring those transitioning from automated jobs, bridging that gap.
I think.
They also emphasize open collaboration and sharing results.
Okay.
So successes can be replicated in different communities.
So it's acknowledging that tech alone isn't the solution. It's about how we use it to build a more equitable system.
Precisely. And this ties back to that mindset shift
Okay.
from scarcity to abundance. It's
Right.
not just about more resources,
Yeah.
but a change in attitude towards collaboration
Yeah.
and knowledge sharing and supporting each other's growth.
It's almost like they're saying, let's stop hoarding skills and opportunities and start sharing them to lift everyone up.
Yeah.
That's a powerful message. But is it realistic in our competitive world?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can we actually shift from a winner-take-all mentality to a more cooperative one?
Right.
The call to arms certainly presents a compelling case for why we need to.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's a conversation worth having, even if it's uncomfortable.
Totally agree. It's easy to get caught up in the robots are coming fear.
Right.
But this flips the script
Yeah.
and says, what if we use this moment to create something better?
Exactly. It's about reclaiming our agency and
Right.
recognizing that we have a choice in how this technological revolution unfolds.
Oh, yeah.
We can be passive passengers or we can be active co-creators of the future.
Okay, I'm sold on the vision.
Good.
But I know our listeners are probably wondering, what can one person actually do? It can feel overwhelming.
That's where those practical steps come in again. It's not about everyone becoming a tech whiz or launching a global initiative.
Right.
It starts with small actions aligned with those core principles.
So give us some tangible examples.
Mm-hmm.
What are some baby steps our listener could take to start embodying this purpose call to arms?
Well, they actually provide a bunch of ideas in the white paper.
Okay.
It could be as simple as attending one of EON Reality's innovation showcases.
Mhm.
They're holding them worldwide
Okay.
to spark conversations
Yeah.
about learning for purpose.
So less of a tech conference, more of a brainstorming session for a better future.
Exactly.
Okay.
Or maybe you have a knack for coding.
Yeah.
They're organizing those purpose-driven hackathons we mentioned using VR and AR to tackle real problems.
I'm picturing someone who's always tinkered with tech now feeling like their skills can make a difference, not just build the next viral game.
Right. Or maybe you're not techie at all,
Yeah.
but you're passionate about education.
Okay.
What if you pitched the community knowledge hub idea to your local library? Even just starting the conversation plants a seed.
So it's about meeting people where they're at. Not everyone needs to become a VR developer to contribute to this vision.
Absolutely. The key is aligning your actions with those three core principles.
Okay.
Let's say you work for a company.
Mm-hmm.
How could you embed purpose into their operations?
Right.
Could you advocate for ethical AI practices? Maybe propose a mentorship program for employees whose roles might be affected by automation.
It's like they're saying, don't wait for permission. Be the change you want to see within your own sphere of influence.
And that brings us back to the individual level.
Okay.
What if technology freed you from the have-to-dos?
Yeah.
What would you choose to do?
Right.
What talents or passions have you been putting off? This age of abundance isn't just about material wealth.
Right.
It's about having the time and resources to pursue what truly matters to you.
That's where it gets really personal and honestly a bit daunting. It's easier to blame tech for our problems than to ask ourselves those tough questions about our own purpose.
But that's the invitation here, isn't it?
Yeah.
To step into that discomfort and explore what a purpose-driven life could look like.
Okay.
And who knows, maybe your individual pursuit becomes the spark for a larger movement.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's not about everyone needing to solve world hunger,
Right.
but maybe your little passion project snowballs into something much bigger because you have the space to explore it.
And that's why I find this purpose call to arms so compelling. It's not just a tech company hyping their product.
Right.
It's a genuine attempt to spark a larger societal conversation about what we value, what we fear, and what kind of future we want to build together.
It's definitely given me a lot to think about. I'm sure our listeners feeling similarly inspired or maybe a little overwhelmed. Any final words of wisdom before we wrap up this deep dive?
Remember, every journey starts with a single step.
Mm-hmm.
So what will yours be? Will you attend a showcase, join a hackathon, pitch an idea to your community,
Right.
or simply spend some time reflecting on your own purpose and how you can contribute to this age of abundance? The choice is yours.
Beautifully said. And if you, dear listener, want to explore EON Reality's purpose call to arms in more detail, you can find the full white paper on their website. Maybe you'll be the one to turn these ideas into reality. That's it for this deep dive. Thanks for joining us.